Welcome to the show. Oh. Lights come on and left tonight. Sportcat shining, feeling right. Brenda's laughing by his side, turning chaos into pride. Headlines roll, but we don't fear. We find the light and bring it here. Sportcat's Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We rise above with laughter and light. Through every storm, we find our way, smiling through the madness every day. Hit play.
Sportcat's Daily Gazette, live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather,
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am live for the next 2 hours on Dare Talk Radio, Radio X Gold, Radio X Country, and of course overnight on WZQR. I encourage everybody that's listening live to come over to the chat. Join us. We've got Denise here, as always. Love to see Denise. We got Chris, and I'm joined by my beautiful, and she's made up today. She's kind of hot, so co-host. So, he says she now knows all the words to the song. That's good.
I know. Me too.
You know, I get the ending show song stuck in my head at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, let's see. I'm just going to play the one disclaimer today.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson,
That's me.
and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show.
That's right.
This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
That's right. We are not scientists. Whoa, she's got her scientist glasses on though. What the hell is that? Wow.
Well, you
When did
sent
you
me
become
that.
the hot librarian?
You sent me that article, and I read it. And one of the reasons why I don't read is because I can only do it out of my left eye because I'm still blind in my right eye.
Gotcha.
And when I'm using my left eye all the time, it strains it, so it makes everything blurry. And it's like, oh my God.
Well, you know, it's funny. I didn't mean to send you that. I'd copied it to open it in a browser, and I meant to send you the link to the show. So
Then you sent it to me twice. I'm like,
yeah, I know. That's when I realized. I was like, what the hell? Oh, that's right. That's right. CB, we are just having a good time. We appreciate you allowing us to tickle your ears in Australia and on WZQR. We are stupid. We are funny. But we are definitely not scientists. Are serious. So
we are definitely smarter than a 7-year-old. We proved that yesterday.
you know, Chris. After the show last night, Jen and I were talking in the backstage, and I was like, I am so surprised Chris did not bring up the 4-legged woman or the Siamese twins, because then that would have. I don't think Mark would have been as open to well, how does a boy with wings have sex? I just don't think he would have found the humor in that. So, yeah, he good guy, but he's a lawyer. So no offense, I like lawyers. So well, unless they're suing me, but
then you don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, then I don't want to talk about it now. But so yeah. Oh, and let's real quick tag this real quick. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the local Union County election, because here's what happened. The other two camps went radio silent. Absolutely no posts. They've told their people not to troll us anymore, because they figured out we got the receipts. Well, I shouldn't say we. Jason does. And so, because everything they fire back, one made an AI photo of Kathy with what is Eddie Eagle pointing at a chalkboard saying, "Kids, don't leave your guns in school bathrooms," trying to suggest that as a school resource officer, she had done that, which she has not. There's no documentation of counseling. There's none of that on her record. It was absolutely another school resource officer. She, as you know, if you're in law enforcement, you take your belt off when you go potty, because if you drop the gun, you don't want to shoot yourself in the leg.
No.
And so you hang it over the hook. Well, a lot do. So, but, and so apparently she did that and left the weapon in the school bathroom, and a student, a middle schooler, found it. And so took it to the office. So, but it was not her. So we quickly addressed that. So, but yeah, it was not her. And for any of you trolls out there, bring the facts. If you got something, bring the facts, please. I will play it. So, but
Excellent.
the other thing,
Excellent.
Knox County, the county next door to Union County. It's breaking news right now. I don't have all the details, but apparently the grand jury has indicted the sheriff and 4 of the people for some type of fraud. So they haven't said what the charges are yet, or who all they were, but apparently it was 2 of the people, including the current sheriff and another that ran for office. So it's going to be funny, because you know, if the grand jury brought that means they may be open to looking at the case where you have a sheriff's department employee and a chief of police in uniform violating TC code annotated where they're campaigning. So hopefully that'll open the door for that. And of course, these both have violated the Hatch Act. So both promising jobs. You can't do that while you are campaigning. So okay, that's enough of that. So
I have a headache.
CB, yeah, it was a little rough with that Triple K. He was a good guy, but yeah, he's a lawyer. He's a good guy. I liked him. I'm gonna read his book. And CB, by the way, I was planning on reading yours last night, but it seems as though, and Brenda knows I bitch about this all the time, and this is why I keep saying that sometimes I feel like the juice isn't worth the squeeze, because I'll start working on this show like 11 a.m. and then we do the show for 2 hours, and then post-production another hour, and then research for the next show. And sometimes it just seems like if Brenda decided tomorrow to quit this, I'd be out.
I need to talk to you behind the scenes about something that I found out.
Okay. Well,
And I just ordered a new PayPal card so that I can do it for my show. So we'll have a talk.
okay. All right. Well, I've already got a business account for the challenge coins and the patches.
Okay. Then you
But,
can use that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't want to pimp my audience and say, please support me. But at some point in time, you know,
Yeah.
it just gets frustrating. And you know, and then I'm running this show, and then I do the Wednesday night show. And I try and make it fun and entertaining. Sometimes it gets stressful when the guests cancel at the last minute, or they send me a message saying, well, I don't want to talk about this, or blah, 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 whatever. You know, that's fine. I respect that. But it sometimes seems like the juice isn't worth the squeeze, and we're coming up on reality TV season, and you know that I'm going to do the Big Brother show. So,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
hey, I have one
You know what?
thing
I
I'm
will
allowed,
tell
and
you.
that is my reality TV trash. So
I will tell you, I really hate the fact that JT went sideways, because
Yes.
when you were doing it with him, it was pretty good. It was all right with Dina, but the best was with JT. Now, I will tell you, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I do. Because like this last week, I was set I had to go get a fill. When my nails get too long, I can't grab things. I drop everything. And these are my real ones. So when they break, I bleed and I'm on 2 blood thinners. That's not a good thing. So I got that virus in my computer and I had to make a choice. Go down to Best Buy, go get a virus protection and VPN for my thing, or go get my nails filled. Well, my computer's kind of expensive, so I chose that. So earlier I went to go pick up Putin and he was just sitting on the end of my nails. And I was like, oh, damn, fat boy. You know? So it is time again. And I got to wait till payday. So I got a couple weeks. So I'm just trying to be really careful. But, you know, I mean, it happens. I you know, I mean, I do the same thing. But that I have found out that getting monetized, that's not worth it.
No.
What I found out is, but because if you get monetized, if we say something they don't like, which, you know, both of us got big mouths, we say whatever.
Well,
I have no I have no filter. And you get demonetized, they take your show down completely and it's done. And then you have to wait a year before you can get them back going. And it's any show you run, and you cannot appear on anybody else's show as a host or a co-host for a year. Yeah, for a whole year.
I'm far off from YouTube, so I'm not that concerned about it. Supposedly, I'm monetized on Facebook, but I don't know. I don't have a clue how that works. So
I don't know anything about being monetized.
I don't know. It was never my intent to be monetized there. So apparently, I don't know. I've learned through demographic studies, there's a portion of people that only watch YouTube age-wise, and there's a portion of people that only watch Facebook age-wise. And then there's also a big gap between male and female. Our audience is predominantly male on YouTube. On female, it's predominant. In Facebook, it's predominantly female, which is very odd to me. I don't know why but
I don't know.
And so I've tried to read the algorithms. I've tried to do this, that. Like the other night when Jason was doing his show, somebody from one of the two camps had people reporting his show, and Facebook was delaying it. So I could watch it on YouTube live, but on Facebook there was like a 5-second delay, and you know that's bullshit. If you don't agree with somebody's opinion, it's like an FM radio dial. You turn the knob, you know, or
you don't have to watch.
You don't like it, change the channel, you know. So, and I've never been one for saying, I don't like that, so I'm going to block them or I'm going to report them, unless they're doing something like, you know, illegal, making threats, you know. Then I might. Well, then I would. But yeah, I'm not that concerned with that. But no, like I said, it's just sometimes it gets frustrating because, you know, I feel like I put a lot of work into it, and there's even another show I want to do, but I need to find a co-host for, and then once again making the time. This is fun. I don't want it. Right before I went on vacation with Mrs. Sportcat, I had decided, and you and Gene talked me out of it. I had decided.
I didn't talk you out of it. No, I said that I was behind you no matter what you were doing. Yeah. But with everything you were under, take your vacation, have a good time. Don't think about shows or nothing. When you come back, then let me know what you decide. Because you know, the very first time that we started you back on shows after we left that disaster area. I'm the one who talked you into doing it. You and I started it. We started the Misfits. We started, you know, so I knew it was something that
still one of the most popular ones.
I know. I kind of miss it, and we did have a group of goofballs. Let me tell you.
We did.
But, you know, I know that you like streaming, because if you weren't doing it, you would probably after about a week be bored out of your gore.
Absolutely.
So that's why I said, take a vacation, go away from everything. That's fine. It's good, because it is a lot of tedious stuff. With my show, it's tedious crap too. And it just piles and piles and piles, and you got to take a step back. And that's what happens. You know, it does. It happens because you care. People who do not care about streaming can stream every damn day because it doesn't even bother them. They don't care.
Yep.
We care because we put so much into it.
And that's also what's frustrating. You can tell those people, they don't put time into the artwork, the show description, the hashtags, the SEO keywords, going back later and editing, and then putting in the timestamps and then promoting it. They just put their show out there. And they still have like the ad for StreamYard at the bottom of their show. It's like, why are you advertising? Letting them get their milk for free. You know? Did I just go alien sounding there for a second? That was weird.
I think you did. I blame the aliens. I'm telling you, they're trying to get in.
Yeah, it was a weird noise that went through my headphones. Like, what the hell was that? So
we're gonna be sitting here one day, and I'm gonna see some.
You can see me turn into an alien. After the things I've said in YouTube chat, YouTube has said I become eligible to be on a show in 3279.
Don't do that, Chris, because if I need a day, you need to be up here with Glenn. You don't have to have your camera on, but you need to be up here with Glenn, man.
Denise says that she just got over the withdrawal. No, I'm not. I took the vacation and I'm better. And even if people in Australia reached out and they were like, just take some time. We love you here. Your show's great. And I appreciate that. So, and CB, Jen is my permanent temporary co-host. So, I'm gonna keep her around for a while. And yeah, you're right. They will. It just seems frustrating because I see these stupid channels that they put the stupid titles in the clickbait. You know, Trump is locking down the country, monetize millions of views, but they're lying.
You get on there and you watch them and you're like, what did this have to do with anything? Yeah, that happens all the time. Clickbait.
It just annoys the hell out of me. So, and thank you, Denise, for sharing it out. Well, it's quite possible, CB. They may be. So, especially after reading, man, I tell you, in CB, I don't know if you were around during that. Read the book by MD Selig, Hush. Wow, that's changed my life. I've talked about that for what, a week now or 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that wow.
It probably tells you everything in there that I have said, and you tell me I'm crazy.
I hate to admit that, so I probably won't. But
see, I'm not as dumb as you think I am.
I never said you were dumb. I just said sometimes you're a little wacky.
I'm a lot more awake than you think I am.
Oh, that's true. So, but yes, Hush by MD Selig. Yes. Please, anybody in my audience, I'm not getting paid for this. Please read the book. It will change your life. If at the end of the book, that last page, you don't set it down and feel some kind of way, there's something wrong with you. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. There's something wrong with you. So,
I wonder how many times when you were reading that, you were reading it going, damn, that dingy bitch was right.
Yeah, might have been a time or two. So
yeah.
When I learned Nazis were in outer space, I was like, damn her. So he says, I'm only 29 and only met the Greys, Martians, and reptilians. There's 13 of them. Some of them already live amongst us. So I'll leave it at that. Is it 13 or 17? The person with the 3-letter agency. Was it 13 or 17? Yeah, because they come up with a really odd number. And I'm like, that you could make up an even number or something, but you come up with it was like 13 or 17. It was really
the way you remember it is the people who run this country, there's 13 families. So there's 13 different races.
Oh, well, yeah, but wait a minute. The people that run this country, we're just amused by the stuff we talk about on this show. That's not even what's really happening. That's the funniest part. This is their entertainment trying to distract us.
Oh, yeah.
This whole thing with Trump in Beijing right now and with cheesy, whatever the hell his name is, they're buddies. When the doors close, they got their feet up. They're smoking cigars. They're doing shots. They're friends. But when they come out there, I hate you. So, yeah.
Well, that's why, Glenn, that's why my show, we debunk a lot of, we go through conspiracies. And I've got Chad who digs and finds things that I have never even heard of in my life.
I need Chad's help with this Union County election because
Chad's something.
I want to know. I mean, now, granted, the Democrat's last name is Carter. I want to know where his money and power is coming from. It's hidden. I can't find it. And the same with the other person.
So you can't follow the money?
No,
There's
it's
something fishy if you can't
well,
follow
if you watch his show, you can't even follow his paper trail of employment in the history as a law enforcement officer. So yeah, that's shady as shit right there. So well, if you're listening live on the East Coast, it's 1420, LA 1120, Denver 1220, still snowing in Colorado. Chicago, Chris, where you are, it's 121. CB, I don't know where you are. And for our friends down in Australia, Perth 2:21 a.m., Sydney 4:21, and our dear friends at Lord Howe 4:51 in the morning. So, and if you're with Trump right now, you're probably still up, but it's 2:21 a.m. in Beijing. So, yeah. So yeah, there you go. The moon, well, it's almost dark. That hollow thing. So. The hollow space thing that was brought to us by another never mind. So yeah, we're waiting for the blue moon, which will occur at the end of this month, the first of next month. So looking forward to that. It is if you follow it, it is the rare moon that comes only like every 2 years. So well, see, so you are where we are. You're on the East Coast, our East Coast time. So let's see here. The moon and the sun, well, they're still, how about this number? 3 minutes, 38.3 seconds early. It's not running behind now. It's early.
333, huh?
Yeah, think about that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those numbers, isn't it? So,
yeah, it is.
Fact of the day, Brenda. If you're a reptilian, this isn't new news, but tonsils can regrow if any tissue is left behind during the removal. It's more common.
I never had mine removed.
So me neither. Back when I was young, they were like, no, that's worse.
Yes, it is. And you know what tonsils are good for?
When you have allergies.
Helping you to not get pneumonia.
Well, we're going to talk about some bugs here in a minute. So they haven't started throttling us for saying can't say the C word or the jab word, but we can now talk about the other one. I don't think there's anything else interesting on this page. I still need to explore it more. So what kind of trivia? We've got a pretty good chat today. CB, and if you're new to watching this show, we do a daily trivia. Sometimes we do a couple. And we show yesterday, I got a certificate showing that I was smarter than a 7-year-old. Was 7-year-old. So,
we were.
But it was only with the help of the chat because I would have went astray on one or two of the questions.
Yeah, we rely on the chat.
Yes, sometimes
because we really are not smarter than a 7-year-old.
Yes. Oh, CB, you are absolutely right. They do much worse things. So what are we gonna do trivia on today? UK Derby matches. No, that don't sound like anything. The chicken or the egg, multiple choice.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
You have to do which came first. Okay, let's try it.
That sounds fun.
All right.
No timer.
No timer. All right, yeah, see, I got that turned off. Oh, this one, I got this one, but we'll let the audience see what they think. Which came first, Oreo or the Hydrox sandwich cookie? And by the way, anybody listening overnight in Australia, come join us on the YouTube show. Chat, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button, jump in here in the chat and help us with trivia. Show that we probably are dumber than a 7th grader. We need your help.
What is a hydro what?
Hydrox. It's a cookie. Have you never had a Hydrox?
No.
It's actually better than an Oreo. It's got like real shit in it. Whereas the Oreos,
well, then it's not sold in this country then.
No, it's sold here. They took a flamethrower to an Oreo for like 5 minutes. The wood around the Oreo burned, but the Oreo didn't.
And you know what gets me?
Yeah.
When I was up until about I was 50. Anytime that time of the month came, I was sending somebody down to go get me a pack of Oreos because that's all I wanted was Oreos and milk.
You know,
to satisfy the beast. And then I found out what was wrong with them.
I'm pretty sure there's something addictive when you dump an Oreo into milk that makes it a drug, because it is so good. It is so good.
Yeah, and then I found out they're really, really, really bad, so I stopped eating Oreos.
So, well, I'm going to go with Hydrox. Hydrox was the original Oreo, and then, of course, like most things in America, somebody had to rip it off. So, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
What band came first, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Oh God, I got no clue on that
Backstreet Boys, I think. Wait a minute.
Okay, we'll wait on the chat for a minute.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
I'm not sure. They were both. Weren't they both like '90s boy bands?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think.
Chris says Backstreet.
Yeah, I think it is Backstreet came before NSYNC.
I have no idea.
Because the kids in NSYNC were older than the Backstreet Boys too.
Okay, well, we'll go with Backstreet. Well, if we're wrong, we're wrong. What came first, the Ford Mustang or the Ford Bronco? Denise also says Backstreet.
Ford Mustang.
I think you're correct.
I used to own a 64.
I wish I still had my neighbors that he was going to give to me. All right. Which hit the market first? Post Grape Nut cereal or Kellogg's cornflakes? Ooh, the Post Grape Nuts. That's an old people's cereal. You eat that, don't you, Brenda?
No, fuck no. But I want to think it was the cornflakes.
I think it's cornflakes too, because I think they've been around. And have you ever had cornflake candy, by the way?
No, I didn't know they made cornflake candy.
Oh no, they don't make it. You have to make it. It's a Southern recipe. Oh, I'll send you the recipe. It's pretty good. It's like marshmallow fluff with caramel. I'm being generic here because I don't know the ingredients, but it's like marshmallow fluff, caramel, and it's coated in cornflakes. It's like friggin' delicious. So, it's addictive.
No. But everybody else is saying cornflakes. Chris says cornflakes. Denise.
All right. Which came first? Oh, this is a tricky question. The safety pin or the dynamite? Now, see, as a firefighter, I'm probably going to tell you the correct answer is dynamite, because you usually find shit out by blowing stuff up. But I don't know that that's correct.
Well, let's think. Way back in the 1800s, they were using safety pins to put the cloths on the diapers for the baby, holding those in. So, but were they blowing shit up back then? CB says dynamite. So.
Yeah, and I think he's right. But the only reason I know about the safety pin is because of the one thing I am a scientist in, firefighting engineering, is we had to take a class on the safety pin. But once again, that was after much trial and error. So they used to have fire extinguishers that were like in glass balls, and you would throw it into the fire. So,
well, everybody's saying dynamite, so we'll go with dynamite.
Okay, Denise is ahead of us here. What came first? The pop-up toasters? It just says pop-up toasters, not saying Pop-Tart. Pop-up toaster or Spam canned meat?
Oh,
Spam's been around forever, and there's like
I know,
5
but
different flavors.
Toasters. Well, I don't know. They didn't make pop-ups, but Denise says Spam, so let's go with Spam.
She's probably right on that one, because it seems like that's a delicacy in Hawaii.
And I'm pretty sure back then Spam, when it first came out, was made of the same stupid shit it's made of now. So we'll say Spam. Hey, I don't eat it.
If you're a prepper, it lasts forever. So there you go.
That's true. I have some because
Spam and Twinkies.
I have some because we're a prepper. That's only I'd eat that instead of starving, but I don't eat it on a regular basis.
I'm not, how far ahead is CB on this? Okay. What came first, Whammo Slip and Slide or the Whammo Super Ball? What was the Whammo Super Ball? Was that the thing you sat on with the handle and bounced?
No. That's a hobby, something or another. I remember those because, I was still in my 40s going to Toys R Us, riding around on one of those hobby horses. Yeah.
Hey,
Glenn,
If they
I
had-
was a tiny person. I could do that stuff. I haven't been this big all my life.
Wait, okay, hold on a minute. I got an idea for people with your disability with one leg. Let's invent a giant ball like that for them to sit on instead of you having to use
Dude,
the one leg to hop.
No,
You
Can I
hop on
tell
that thing and you go through the.
no. Can I tell you what would happen? The
There'd be
damn
a
ball. I would, if I'm
lessons.
missing my right leg, the damn ball would fall over, and I'd just fall over. I have nothing to hold myself steady on both sides.
Well, let's see. We could sell for an optional $29.95 a right and left leg.
I have a $4,000 one in my closet. I don't need $29.95.
There you go. Well, we're gonna get it made in China. So.
My God.
So,
Maybe come
nice
out
they
with
make
web
all
toes
Americans
or some shit. I don't know.
all right, so Denise is on a roll here. She says slip and slide. I'll go with her.
Yeah, slip and
'cause I'm
slide's been
still-
around for a long time.
I'm not sure what the Super Bowl is. I'll have to look that up. What came first, Silly Putty? Oh, I remember that. Or Mr. Potato Head?
I think silly putty.
I think Silly Putty. And the one thing I hated about Silly Putty is, well, when I was a kid, a lot of times you would take it and spread it out over a comic book because back then they were made in that like parchment paper type thing.
Yeah.
And it would come off and then you could read the comic on the Silly Putty, but then you mix it all up, it just looked dirty. So, so
Yeah, I think it's
all right.
silly putty.
Mr. Potato Head's been around for a while. He's got a history. So go down that rabbit hole.
Oh my
What
God.
came first, Leave It to Beaver or the Donna Reed Show? Ooh,
Leave it to
Let's
Beaver,
see.
I think.
I think Denise said Leave It to Beaver. So, I think she's right, but I don't remember what the Donna Reed show.
Beav.
All right, last one. What came first, White Castle or McDonald's? Now, is that a trick question? Denise says White Castle, and I agree
think it is
because
White Castle.
White Castle was a East Coast thing because we had one in Alexandria, and McDonald's originally was a West Coast thing. So the beaver is always first. I agree, Chris. I agree. So CB says McDonald's though, and Denise says White Castle. So be the tiebreaker, Denise. I'm sorry, Brenda.
I know White Castles has been around for a long time. So is McDonald's. So
Well, yeah, but Ray Kroc stole that from the McDonald brothers out in California. But so he was like a toaster salesman. He's
we'll
good
say-
door to door selling that.
we'll say White Castles, and if we're wrong, we're wrong.
All right. Well, here we go. Well, we're not going against seventh graders today. All right. Number one, the Hydroxys cream-filled cookie sandwich debuted in 1908. Sunshine Biscuit Company. So, and then it was introduced to Nabisco. It became so popular that they copied it. So there you go. Let's see. NSYNC is what band came first? NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Backstreet in 1993, Orlando, Florida. All right.
Yeah.
The Ford Mustang or the Ford Bronco? Well, the Mustang is introduced in 1964. It ranks as the fifth best-selling car in Ford's history.
Yes.
The Ford was introduced the Bronco was introduced in 65. And, they just reintroduced them a few years ago. Oh, we got this one wrong. Which came first? Kellogg's Corn Flakes or Post Grape Nuts? And the correct answer is Post Grape Nut. We should have known that. They're so
well,
hard.
I think it's because most of us didn't eat it. So
I think I've had it like a time or two just to try it. But Post Grape Nuts was created by C.W. Post in 1897 and sold that same year. Kellogg's Corn Flakes came out in 1906. So there you go.
Well then.
There's Dr. Kellogg helped out in the kitchen. Was a doctor and helped out in the kitchen and noticed how patients were enjoying granola cereal. How about that?
My grandmother is buried on Kellogg Hill, where they have Forest Lawn, one of the biggest cemeteries out there. Yeah.
All right, we got this one wrong.
Uh-oh.
Which came first, Dynamite or the safety pin? The correct answer, safety pin.
Was the safety
1849.
pin. That was the
Yep.
first thing I said.
Oh, listen to you. Fasten pieces of fabric together. Yep. There you
Yep.
go. Yeah, Brenda had that one. We should listen to Brenda. Which came first, the pop-up toaster or Spam? We chose Spam, but the correct answer is pop-up toaster. Charles Perkins Strite invented the pop-up toaster in 1921. He noticed the cafeteria kept burning toast in those old silly toasters, so he added a pop-up spring. So there you go. 1921, Spam was invented. Keywords there, invented by Homeland in 1937. The company did it to help sell pork shoulders that weren't selling well. You know, the scary thing is I did not know that.
That's one of the reasons why I don't eat it.
Yeah, I'll buy some for all my Muslim friends and give it to them. What came first, the Whammo or the slip and slide or the Super Ball? Whammo introduced the Super Slide in 1961, which is what we chose. It was invented by upholsterer Robert Carrier after he saw his son sliding on a wet concrete driveway after a rain. The Super Ball was invented by a chemist and introduced by the Whammo Company in 1965. It's made of an extremely high bouncing synthetic called Zectron. Okay.
No, Denise, don't be sorry. You're fine.
Denise, that's all right. You're still a super fan. So, which came first, Silly Putty or the Tater Head? Well, Silly Putty was accidentally invented in 1943 by James Wright. He was an engineer working for GE and was searching for a synthetic rubber substitute for tires during WW2. Mr. Potato Head was invented by George Lerner in 1949 and then sold by Hasbro in 1952.
That's interesting. He was looking for something to make a tire with, and he came up with Silly Putty.
Oh, well. And the toy was originally only sold with the plastic parts, and you had to use a real potato. I did not know that. And it was the first toy advertised on TV. Wow. And Chris, you're always right. The Beaver comes first. Leave It to Beaver aired in 1957. It was the first season there. ABC picked it up later in 58 and ran to 63. ABC ran the Donna Reed show from 58 to 66. So, all right. I don't even know what that one is. The correct answer was White Castle. White Castle was founded in Wichita, Kansas. See, I didn't know that. It was credited as the world's first fast food hamburger chain in 1921. The little burgers known as sliders sold for 5 cents. McDonald's, I was right about this, I read the Ray Kroc story in San Bernardino, California by Richard and Maurice McDonald. 1954, Ray Kroc joined them, led them to a nationwide brand, and then ended up buying them out. And he was such an asshole. He's got a Super McDonald's right across the street from the original McDonald's.
Oh, my God.
Because they can't use their name anymore. So he copyrighted their name, and they can't use the name of the restaurant or the Golden Arches. So he opened it's a super McDonald's directly across the street. So
we use healthier humans in our meat instead of shabby ones like the old
I don't think all McDonald's do that. I don't think all of them do that, because look at the one down
look at how many they sell a day. Dude,
I'm not arguing
McDonald's can outdo every beef farm we have.
Well,
where are they going?
Read the book Hush. There may be a reason to use excess meat. So there you go.
Okay.
But I don't think they all do it. So do you want to do one more, or do we want to go to news and what's going on?
I don't know how much news do we have.
Let's see. It's not a huge news day because I don't know. We got a lot of stuff. We'll go to news. So, White City says White Castle in matter of taste. Well, see, I had White Castle before I had Crystal. So,
I used to be a general manager for Crystals in Tennessee.
I did not see that comment. I called Steve pork shoulders. You know. We need to get Steve on the show.
I guess that means I won't eat him.
Whoa.
Pork.
Whoa. The word of the day is imbroglio. It's a formatted word that's complex. What the hell does it mean? Let's see. It's a formal word that refers to a complex or dispute or argument. That's a lawyer word. Imbroglio. Okay. Imbroglio. All right. So, we had a couple Chinese words coming up here. All right, so we'll jump through this. We'll wait till we get Jen, if she ever decides to come back on and do some hangman with her. She was really good at that. She was good at that. Well, I mean, Chris was good too. Well, everybody except for me. Was Steve. CB, longtime listeners and viewers know that Steve is affectionately the show dwarf that we've never met. So
they bring him up because I'm afraid. They bring him up because I'm afraid of little people. I have a phobia.
Well, I read that wrong. Natalie Imbroligo is a singer. I, for some reason, read swinger, but hey, maybe. Damn if I know. CB, Grizzly is a sore subject for Brenda and I. He is no longer a part of anything we do with, so we'll just leave it at that without getting on a roll. I will give him credit. He was the one, him and Mrs. Sportcat, convinced me to do this. And then, so, yeah, there we go. All right. Today's trivia. How did the bride know it was an emotional wedding?
The groom didn't show up? I don't.
This is going to be a stupid answer. This is going to be. Well, how did the bride know it was an emotional wedding? CB, in case you haven't watched this so much. Yeah, exactly. So, no, you're good, CB. This guy that does this daily trivia on this site, he's a cornflake or something. So,
something.
How did the bride know it was an emotional wedding? And it's got a picture of a beautiful young lady that is, what do you call it? Blotting a tear.
Like I said, the groom didn't show up.
It's going to be something stupid, like it was a jaw dropper or something. I know it's going to be something stupid. So every now, but that's the problem. Every now and then this guy hits us with something. It's like, right. Like, damn it. All right. So let's see here. Because even the cake was in tears.
Womp womp.
That's a dad joke. That's a dad joke. If I ever heard it. How did the bride know it was an emotional wedding? Because even the cake was in tears. So, this you get, well, yeah, kind of, because we get hang tight. The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. I can get on board with that. This day, okay, Brenda, here you go. This day in 1992, the FBI seizes the world's largest T-Rex skeleton. Seized by the FBI from the Black Hills Institute of Geological Research, claiming it had been illegally taken from federal land. Peter Larson team recovered the nearly complete 67 million-year-old T-Rex in 1990 in South Dakota, with more than 80% of the skeleton recovered. It was the most complete and largest ever discovered. Oh, okay. He negotiated a deal with the landowner prior to removing it, but the investigation led to him being in prison for 18 months on unrelated charges of fossil theft, money laundering, and making false statements to the government. Oh, come on, we've all done that.
Oh, he must have said, gee, these bones are not dinosaurs. They are dragons. Dragons.
Oh, get this. The owner of the land, who agreed to $5,000 initially, auctioned it and got $7.6 million. It's on display at the Chicago Field Museum. It's named Sue. All right. Here you go. There you go.
Here's Sue.
Skylab. 1973, the U.S. space station Skylab is launched. About a minute after takeoff, a protective shield in the solar panel broke off, damaging the other solar panel in the process. The crew was sent up on the 25th and made the repairs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Suzanne Sheener, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, commits suicide. It was the inspiration for the lyrics for James Taylor's 1970 song, Fire and Rain. She was a friend of Taylor who committed suicide by jumping in front of a New York subway train. Taylor was in London recording at the time. His band members did not tell him of her death until later, so as not to distract him from the recording. So, wow, I like how a lot of the older songs had some meaning to them. That's something we talked about on the show last night. So, this day in 1948, Israeli independence proclaimed. So, the Israeli Declaration of Independence is proclaimed by David Ben Gurion. All right.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say what I was going to say.
Head
Head
of the World Zionist Organization.
Mhm.
That's all you need to say there. The youngest mother in history, 1939 on this date, Lena Medina, gives birth at age 5 years, 7 months, and 21 days, making her the youngest confirmed mother.
Who did that?
I'll probably get banned for that, but that's I want to know the history on that one. That's sick. That's sick. 1939, 5 years. We need to know the story on that. So I'm not going to go into it on the show because that would bring the show down. But somebody make a note on that, Brenda. I want to. That's sick. So, England gives the Nazi salute on this day in 1938. The English football soccer team gives the Nazi salute during a football match against Germany in Berlin. The team had been ordered by the British Foreign Office to perform the salute. Hitler had been scheduled to attend the game, but was not in attendance. Back in England, the press was outraged. Imagine that. So, the legend of the Red Ghost. First camels imported to the U.S. for commercial purposes. This day in 1856. Brenda, this ain't a kid show.
Oh, you ain't shitting.
Oh, yeah. So that's why I've had to have a disclaimer. American naval officer David Dixon Porter arrives in Texas with a shipload of camels from Turkey. They were the first camels imported for the U.S. for commercial purposes. Congress was spending good money then. They paid $30,000 for the camel acquisition. Used in experiments to determine their suitability for use in the military. Why didn't we? We probably got camel robots now. So
wait, but we use horses. We need camels. What?
In 1883, one of the camels from the military that ended up in the wild is believed to have inspired Arizonian stories of the Red Ghost. I've never heard this one, a large red camel with a bleached human skeleton riding on its back. Tales of the Red Ghost have spread throughout Arizona and have grown taller each time the stories were told, with the Red Ghost being 30 feet tall. That's pretty tall, 9 meters.
On a regular camel.
And eating a grizzly bear. Sightings continued for 10 years until 1893, when a farmer saw the Red Ghost with its skeleton rider on his land and shot and killed it.
Now you said that was in Arizona, right?
That's right. They arrived in Texas, but the Red Ghost is supposedly in Arizona. So,
that explains everything. That heat out there makes people's minds go cuckoo.
I need to get post-it notes and keep them up here so I can research things later because my memory sucks. I want to.
That one with the kid. That boy, I'll tell you. I hope they beat that man and cut his shit off and hung it on a clothesline.
Yeah. There's I hope
no.
Some other story for it. So, but I'm not going to research it. But the red ghost, now that might be one to import into my book, my novel that I'm working on. May have to look into that. The first vaccination, 1796. English physician Edward Jenner vaccinates an 8-year-old boy for protection against smallpox. After observing that milkmaids were generally immune to smallpox, he postulated that the pus in the blisters that milkmaids receive from cowpox, disease similar to smallpox, but much less viral, could protect someone from smallpox. He went on to test and prove his theory. So, well, at least it was natural. I mean,
that is the only vaccine that I've had and I had to have it when I was little to be brought here from Germany. And that's the only one.
I'm hoping you're correct, CB. The Iran war, the Rumsfeld denies administration claimed that Iran had nuclear weapons. Today in 2003. And Rumsfeld. Yeah, I'm not even going to, he pisses me off. Lewis and Clark expedition. This day in 1804, the famed explorers Lewis and Clark depart from St. Louis and begin exploration of the Louisiana Purchase. Birthdays today, George Lucas, 1944. We all know him from Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Howard the Duck, one of my favorites. They're supposed to be remaking that. American Graffiti. This day in 1905, American radio reporter reported the Hindenburg explosion, exclaiming, "Oh, the humanity." Herbert Morrison, born today in 1905.
You know, let me tell you something. I'm not so sure I would want them to remake Howard the Duck, because with the things that they're doing nowadays to remake them, they're ruining them. When they redid Snow White, oh my God, what kind of bullshit was that?
Yeah, but Snow White, yeah, but look at Deadpool. They could make it an original thing like Deadpool. Yeah. I love Deadpool.
I like Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool is funny. All right, here's our freak show of the day thing. So, oh Lord, Denise. Polaire, May 14th, 1874. French singer-actress known for her wasp weight. She is reputed to have had a 13-inch, 33-centimeter waistline, actuated her figure. She was 5'3", 1.6 meters tall, and had a 38-inch, 97-centimeter chest. Constantly seeking publicity, she billed herself as the ugliest woman in the world and bought a pet pig with a nose ring, and traveled with a black man she referred to as her slave. I want to read that again. God. She bought a pet pig with a nose ring.
Yeah. Wow.
She was born in 1874. That's a pretty tiny waistline. How the hell do you... I don't know. Thomas Gainsborough, English artist. He could have been an author too. From 1727. Blue Boy, what he was famous for.
I remember
Danny
that.
Wood, an American pop musician. New Kids on the Block, 1969. Fabrice Fab Morvan, 1966. Remember this guy? The French dancer, half of Milli Vanilli. So remember that they went on awards and then they were like, yeah, he didn't actually sing it. They just danced.
I know, right?
And everybody was in love with it. It was like, oh. Did we ever see the real people? I don't know if they ever showed them. So
I don't think
Yvonne and Yvette MacArthur, 1949, American Siamese twins. At the time of their death in 1993, they were thought to be the world's oldest. They were conjoined at the head, sharing a blood supply. And did they?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I got so many questions. If you were, let's just say they were perhaps performing some type of oral sex act.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's why this show just got.
There's a couple of particles there that they could have filled both mouths, so I guess.
And but once again, what if one did it and one wanted it and the other one didn't? I mean, I was saying so.
Go read a book.
CB says it came from dieting in a corset that collapsed organs close together. Ew, it doesn't even
Yeah, it
sound.
would push the organs up when they
Yeah, it
wore
doesn't
those
even sound
corsets.
pleasant.
They
Bobby
start
Darin.
off at their weight, and then like a week later they go down some more, and then a week later they go down some more until they just can't do it anymore.
Yeah, that just. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I mean,
They used to do it back then.
well, you know, in Asia, they didn't. Well, they may still do it. Didn't they used to put the girls in tiny shoes so they had small feet or something like that?
Something
They
like
used to
that. And
buy
then
them.
you have the one culture that puts the rings around their necks to make their necks longer. Yeah. People just do weird things to their body. Leave it alone, man. God made it. Leave it alone.
Yeah. I agree. Bobby Darin, 1936, American pop singer. Splash Splash, Mac the Knife. I remember Mac the Knife. Brad Anderson, a cartoonist. He created Marmaduke, 1924. I always liked Marmaduke. My uncle, the veterinarian, he always they like once a year had the drawing of the year or something. I don't remember how it was. And my uncle was a huge Marmaduke. And well, and I wasn't even talking about anything that started with the C, a jab, or I was talking about a damn cartoon. So
no, apparently nobody likes Marmaduke but us.
Chris says he heard a rumor that Milli Vanilli was originally sung by Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld.
Sure it was.
What I was saying about the Marmaduke, my uncle, the veterinarian, they would like once a year they would have like the best one of the year or something. It would be an enlarged like poster size, and his waiting room had all of them from, gosh, I don't know. Well, it started in 1954. My uncle practiced until like 1980 something. I'd love to know what happened to those. He had like all of them from when they started doing that. It was pretty cool. As a kid, I used to enjoy sitting in the waiting room looking at them. Charles IV, born in 1316, the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire and king of Bohemia. Does Bohemia even exist anymore? Or did we acquire it and take it over too?
Probably.
It's National Dance Like a Chicken Day, Brenda. You should have that one with one leg.
Oh,
sorry. It's not my day. Oh God, the chicken song. It's National Decency Day. Yeah, I'll pass. National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Now, who doesn't love a buttermilk biscuit? So, National. And do you know when I met my wife, she had never had sausage and biscuits or gravy.
What?
I know. She
live in a cave?
No, they were which was really odd because her dad was from like Michigan or New York. Her mom was from Florida, and we lived in Virginia. And I was like, "You've never had sausage biscuit gravy?" She's like, "No."
You know, we have Whataburger out here, and they have a honey butter chicken biscuit. And they take a biscuit and they put a chicken strip in it, and they put the honey butter on the chicken, and then they put it over the biscuit. They wrap it up and you eat it. It's messy, but oh my God, is it good?
Wow. Damn it, you're making me hungry. Buttermilk Biscuit Day. But yeah, but on the same hand, I mean, if you want to say it's weird, I had never been to a beach until we were married when it was like, what, 18? Oh, it was like a lifetime ago.
My stepmother's from Kentucky, and she showed me how to make chocolate gravy.
Oh yeah, we had some neighbors from the Carolina, and when I would spend the night over there, some weekends his mom would make that on some kind of sweet biscuit.
Yep.
Yeah. And what surprised me is my mom being a confectioner and baker. She's like, "What is this?"
And poor people from other countries, you know, they don't know what we're talking about most of the time.
Sure.
But then again, when we talk about it, they're like, "No wonder why you assholes are fat."
No kidding. No wonder everybody has diabetes. And there's a reason we eat sausage biscuits, gravy, chase it down with chocolate gravy and sweet buns. There you go. So, it's all a plot to kill Americans. Denise, you're correct. If people are watching, please hit the like button. If you're allowing us to tickle your ears now or on playback, please come over and subscribe. Help me prove that the juice is worth the squeeze. So there you go. National Underground American Day. Okay. Well, you know, They actually saw that MTV is coming out with a new show, and it's going to be man caves, and it's going to be all about the new fad of having underground houses. I didn't know this was a thing. So
I
hey,
watched somebody put one under a big old mountain with glass windows and everything. It was really cool.
yeah, so apparently it's a thing. My cousin's got some large property in Tennessee, and it's on the side of a mountain. Well, not a mountain, but a ridge. Man, I'm gonna talk to him. Would hopefully inherit part of that. So
I would be afraid that an earthquake would hit
in
and
Tennessee,
that
yeah,
mountain would split open, and there goes your house.
that's true. Well, then again, it could be saved too. So let's see, what are we missing here? Ascension Day, Saint Bartholomew Day. Okay, don't know what that is. It's a Saint Martin thing. Bond with your dog day. She has come in this room more recently, so, but she hates that I'm that I'm back here. She hates it.
Yeah.
So International Chihuahua Appreciation Day. So.
Yeah, see, my Chihuahua is in there with Jack because just before the show, he decided he wanted to play and he wanted me to lay down and get in the bed with him. And I'm like, I can't. So I said, Jack, come get him. So he's in there running around with the other dog playing and having a good time.
There you go. It's National Bruce Day. Hello, if you're Bruce today, have a happy day. Still need people to petition for National Sport Cat Day. National Travel Insurance Claims Day.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I pronouncing that right? Om Day. It's probably an Asian name. Online Romance Day. That'll just cost you money.
Don't go there. Don't start that shit.
Yeah, that's why Andy has 20 friggin' Facebook accounts. Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Day. Stars and Stripes Forever Day. Yes.
Why would they celebrate a spinal cord injury?
Well, I guess you're bringing awareness to it.
Like celebrating the fact that I'm missing a leg. What?
Well, but you're bringing awareness to it. So,
like, I didn't know. I don't need to be aware of it.
Well, no, but there's people that aren't aware of it. So, it's World Cocktail Day. Host or attend a cocktail party today. You know, when I was at the beach, I had bought some Dewdrop moonshine. I had some of that, and then of course I had my kamikazes. Yeah. So that was my cocktail. I can't. Well, you know, me and Jack and Coke have a history. So,
like when I used to drink, it was me and Jose Cuervo.
I'm pretty sure my liver sees a bottle of Jack Daniels and has a convulsion. So, Top Gun Day, International Humus Day, National Apple Pie Day, Brenda, just for you, Leprechaun Day, National Crouton Day. National Receptionist Day, National Frog Jumping. No, wait, that was the 13th.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, what is this thing doing? Yeah, because we care. Well, it's funny though because, well, it's still a Chihuahua Day. It's funny because Squirt comes in. And he goes, "Want to see something? Want to see something? Want to see something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, sure." There's a damn frog. I'm like, "You're gonna get warts." And he just looked at me real serious. He's like, "What's a wart?"
Oh my god.
Yesterday, Jen, was World Leprechaun Day. So if you have any short friends, Jen, please send them Brenda's way. She loves them. So
Dickhead. That is my word now. I use that word. It's a new word.
Yeah, I'm good at that. So let's see. International Dylan Thomas Day. I don't know what that's about. Brioche Day, am I pronouncing that right? Brioche. Brioche. I don't know.
What is brioche? What is it?
Apparently, it looks like a loaf of bread. Yeah, it looks like a loaf of bread. It's a French bread made with enriched dough. Okay, I don't think I've ever had that. So, okay, cool. Something else for the fat kid to try. Jen says her kids are short.
Oh, I'm okay with kids.
They're just little leprechauns now. They'll grow up to be big ones later. So let's see. I don't see it. What do we go through here? 1998. Man, wow. 1998. Seinfeld's final two-part episode on NBC. 76.3 million viewers.
Wow. A show about nothing.
I know. But it's so funny how culture was changed by that show. So 1832, Felix Mendelssohn's Concert Overture, The Hebrides, premieres in London. Today in sports, Mickey Mantle, a Yankee, hit career home run number 500 off of the Baltimore Orioles' Stu Miller.
I still
Okay.
think he would have been a better jockey than a baseball player, but okay.
Was he short? Physician Joseph G. Hamilton injects misdiagnosed cancer patient Albert Stevens with 131 kBq, kilo equivalent, I don't know, of plutonium without his knowledge. He lives for 20 years, surviving the highest known radiation dose to any human. Well, that's not a very good doctor.
I think he glowed in the dark.
See, this just tells us from right now, we should have learned from history, the jabs are bad. You got a doctor who's plutonium, Jesus, or radio, whatever. I don't know. It's the 134th day of 2026. Let's see. The Virginia Company of London is established in the colony at Jamestown on today. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna. The United States paid a total of $15 million for the entire Louisiana purchase, a little more than $18 per square mile.
We're still paying for it now. Okay.
1913, Washington Senators pitcher Walter Johnson ended his scoreless pitching streak of 55 2/3 innings. Wow, that's a record.
Good God.
Wow, yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, let's jump into the news here and see if there's anything interesting and exciting going on in the world. We'll refresh this and see here. Well, it's what is it? 3 a.m. over there. So there's probably not much news, but Trump says that the Chinese have offered to help broker a peace deal. Okay. AP photographer captures Trump in China for talks with Xi, whatever. Okay.
Xi.
There you go. It almost looks like it's spliced together. They're standing so perfectly, you know, like that in the infinity pictures.
Yeah.
It almost looks like they are one by one by one
Kind of
together. So
don't look real to me, but Chris says 11.
I'm just leaving it alone.
Trump at 11.
Just then, breaking news: FBI Director Kash Patel's Hawaii trip included a VIP snorkel session at the Pearl Harbor Memorial. He probably got special permission to do that too.
Nice. Probably wanted him to do it so he could see what they were doing.
Well, you know what? I don't know. What was it on our dime or his? I mean, he's allowed to have a vacation.
It was probably free.
Yeah, he's allowed to have vacations. And yes, I know what everybody's going to say. Well, they have more of their vacations than us. But a lot of them are on duty 24 hours a day. Like his job never stops. He could be in Hawaii right now, something big break in Omaha, and he's got to go to Omaha. So U.S. Border Patrol chief announces his resignation in a Fox News interview. Well, that's a scoop. We're going to give $1.8 billion to the UN for humanitarian aid. We don't have any damn money. Stop giving it away, dumbasses.
Supposed to be collecting it back, not giving it away.
Let's see. Democrats, they oppose Trump's visit to China. Of course they do. If he said air was good for us, they'd oppose it. So Interior Secretary releases plans for a historic golf course. I don't know if you remember this, but we talked about this, Brenda, and I said this, and everybody's like, no, he's not doing a golf course. All the soil they're taking from the White House, they're dumping on a free, it is a free, open to public golf course in D.C. And Trump said, well, while we're dumping the dirt there, we'll just, make it over. I told you back then this was what they were going to do. And so now
he's recycling.
Chris says the soldiers are singing Milli Vanilli.
Yes, they are.
Senate hearing on the Middle East ends with thoughts on disarming Hezbollah. What does Hezbollah say about that? So,
Did anybody ask them?
yeah. Let's see. Trump says GZ said he wouldn't give Iran military equipment. Too late. They already have. So they're going to broker peace with us. So the Senate unanimously approves a resolution to withhold their own pay during future government shutdowns. Well, hell, that's a good thing they finally did. U.S. commander says reducing civilian deaths is a passion, but admits to job cuts. Okay. Elon's youngest son accompanies him in Beijing. He's got like 20 of them. U.S. commander says Iran can still strike targets in the region. Well, duh. And the Revolutionary Guard says they still hold significant authority. Well, of course they say that. I think if they had one guy there with a butter knife, he'd still be waving it. I'll kill you.
All right.
Yeah, and did you see this last night? That was the big story. Elon was taking selfies.
Yeah.
He is like so Gen Z. So, I mean, I gotta admit, I'd probably do it to him, but he's high profile. So.
Well, he definitely wasn't bored on this trip.
Yeah, well, Rubio says nothing has changed toward the Taiwan policy. Okay. U.S. Treasury says that the public, and I wondered why the Treasury Secretary was over there, because his job really doesn't have anything to do with what they're doing over there. But apparently, we're going to hear from Trump this evening or tomorrow an address on Taiwan. Hey, maybe we're giving them up, or hell, maybe we're taking them over. So,
no, that's China's domain.
Yeah. Let's see, state banquet for them. We're getting to their last night news. So, wow. All right. Well, they're wanting to focus entirely on Taiwan, whereas we're wanting to focus entirely on Iran. So maybe if we can get
trade
sending selfies to aliens, probably.
Friends.
Yeah. Look where I am. Yeah, I'm leaving that alone. Yeah, I lost my total train of thought. Hell with it. Yeah, they're wanting Taiwan, we want Iran. So maybe we can do it like a land swap. I don't know. Trump administration live updates. General warns terrorists in Africa may be able to strike U.S. due to a black hole of intelligence. Well, this is breaking news. We have terrorists in Africa that are threatening to attack us. What? When did this become breaking news? All right. So a black hole of intel. General Anderson, the commander of AFRICOM, dramatically warned that terrorist group in Africa are amassing resources and capability of which the U.S. has very limited understanding. Boy, that's some keywords there. That is the exact issue, and that is my top concern, to be able to provide you an answer when asked if terrorist groups in Africa could strike the U.S. homeland. We have assets necessary to provide the indications of warnings to know and be able to identify when they shift. That is something that's very difficult for us to ascertain right now, given our limited posture. Well, that tells me we're going to be bombing something soon. So,
oh God, here we go again. Rinse and repeat.
I did not know we had terrorists in Africa. So, all right, something else to stay awake at night worrying about. Jesus, why can't we all just get along? JD Vance backs independent-minded Susan Collins, doing a great job. Republican in Maine, so apparently she's helping out with the fraud stuff. Rally goer at the Vance Anti-Fraud Summit faints, and the event ends rapidly. Well, it should. JD fires back at reporter who asked for evidence that Maine is the third worst in fraud. Well, let's see. What does he say? He gives stats. He does not have Medicaid control fraud unit. Blah, blah, blah. Provided tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions in fraud. So far, what we've learned about the federal government in Maine is questionable. 45 million for autism services, which you mentioned. We also heard 1.7 in questionable billing by Somalian immigrant. Isn't Somalia in Africa? Well, there we go.
There we go.
Vance Rallygoer jokes about having graduated with honor from the Quality Learning Center.
Don't. No.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You can't make some of this shit up. That's great. So,
Oh my God.
He asked people at the event for lobster roll recommendations. So
Oh, wow.
he's human. He's hungry. Come on. Are they allowed to just go out and eat like the president can't? Or I don't know. So
I don't know anymore what they're allowed to do.
This is from that same General Anderson in AFRICOM. We are unable to defend against that threat. Apparently, Africa and Russia are hanging out together. Who the hell knew all this shit?
What?
Aren't we supposed to know this?
Yeah,
Lord.
but,
We're saying we got all the munitions necessary. Well, great. But they'd have to hire short dancers. How cool would it be to open a strip club and call it the Quality Learning Center? Only if you can get government approval. So anybody out there is an accountant that knows how that we can establish in Tennessee a Quality Learning Center for strippers, let me know. So,
oh my God.
Breaking news was make it work and never mess it up. That's what the president of China told the president of the U.S. at their Beijing summit. In other words, what he was saying is we have 1.7 billion people who live in both countries, but 8 billion who live outside the two countries that basically are benefits of our economies and our ways of life. So, okay. So he wants to let's see if you could believe he wanted to get along. That's the problem. If we could believe that, but they look over here, don't look there. So, but
we're not even supposed to be looking at this. We're supposed to be looking at aliens.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, there's not any breaking news on aliens. I look every day. So he drew great parallels during his speech of the great rejuvenation of China with "Make America Great Again." I wonder how that's pronounced in Chinese. Or
I'd be afraid to ask.
So yeah, he is achieving the rejuvenation of the China nation, and Trump is making America great again. And they can go hand in hand, weaving together a cornerstone Communist Party slogan with one of Trump's most recognizable catchphrases. He wants a global partnership. We can help each other succeed and advance the well-being of the whole world.
If we can all get along.
If we could all get along, and if you could believe what he said and a politician said. So I sent this to Brenda because I found this interesting. I may need Jen to help me pronounce it. The Thucydides trap is what the president of China referred to, that we, being China and the U.S., are falling into. And if you research this would be good for CB. He likes to research history. This goes back to the Greek era.
Yep.
And it's a term that is coined when two rival continents are growing in powers of influence. They don't join together and help each other rise up. They develop a tension between the two, and one wants to be more dominant than the other. And instead of trying to work a partnership, they fall into a trap of fear, mistrust, and a strategic rivalry, and they risk the conflicts of interest in a war. So
yeah, that's what he doesn't want to fall into.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
See, it's pronounced Thucydides. Thucydides. Okay, thank you, Chris. I can still screw it up. I can still screw it up. So there you go. Marco Rubio. We said something briefly about this yesterday, but he had to change his name yesterday. Did you know that?
Change his name?
Yes, he had to change his name in order to enter China. So, because apparently he has, what do they call them, bans on him, and he come in under a presidential thing, but he was banned. He is banned in China and sanctioned from his time when he was a senator. So instead of calling him Marco Rubio, they call him by his first name in middle initial Rubio. I'm not making this up. He had to have his official passport changed immediately before he could enter the country.
Well, then I wouldn't have taken him. What if they kidnap him and keep him?
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
come on, we'll just bomb him. So
we like Marco Rubio. We don't want them to keep him.
It's a diplomatic workaround. He still has the sanctions, but he is now referred to as Lou. I'm assuming that's right. Lou
Marco.
Lou Marco. Lou Marco. Marco Dim Sum. Lou Marco Dim Sum. So yeah, but here's another fact for you. Trump has 2 Chinese names for that exact same reason. So the media calls him Talenjupu. I don't know, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but he is officially called Chen Pu Yu. That video you sent me, if he had said that yesterday, Hunt said, "This is President Trump. This is Chen Pu Yu." Yeah, so all the passport issues are worked out in there. So there you go. Oh, we're gonna have to talk about this and start calling this the H word. World reactions are being triggered by echoes of something of the past. And it starts with a C and ends with a D. So there you go. The impact, lingering impact from just a few years out, possible declaration of a pandemic is now scattered across how we live today, from the work at home jobs to the way some have declared wearing masks as a new normal. Hand sanitizers everywhere. And I don't disagree with the hand sanitizers. I think that was probably that's a good thing. So I don't disagree with that. So, but and like this goes on, some of us carry the trauma inside, grief lost over loved ones, chronic health conditions, life interrupted. And with this now Hantavirus outbreak, it's sparking fears of it happening again and the mistrust of the people in power. So, and now they're saying big chin and chew you, big chin chew you. Now they're saying that this is spread a different way, that it's not spread. And we talked about this yesterday, because remember I was talking about if you order a beer and the waitress passes it to your buddy, who passes it to you, and your buddy is carrying the H virus, well, it's quite possible that it was on his hands and you could have gotten it. Remember, we talked about this yesterday, and this is a brand new conspiracy. I saw this. This is going to be how they eliminate paper and coin money, because it can be transferred by me handing you a penny, Brenda. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm on board with that yet, but they're saying now that's how it's spread. It's not particularly that it's airborne, but I could wipe my nose and it could dry. I could shake your hand and boom. Next thing you know, you got the H thing falling out. So there you go. I'm not a prepper and I don't like to give advice, but I would recommend this would be a good time to stock up on antihistamines, NSAIDs, steroids, antiviral vitamins. So I'm just tossing that out there. If anybody wants a little fact from a paramedic, now is probably a good time to start stocking up on those things. And I don't know about toilet paper, but hey,
I was going to say, leave some toilet paper for other people, for God's sake.
If it's for you. And while we're talking about demand, beer demand is stumbling as gas prices surge. U.S. beer volumes fell 6.3% from a year ago, signaling that there's a problem in the beer and malt beverage cider trend because of higher gasoline prices. People are buying less beer for more gas. So I don't know how that correlates. Is there less DUIs to go with it?
well, yeah, I would think so.
No. Zinc and vitamin C, correct. So, yeah, 6.3%. That's a significant drop for the beer industry. They're saying it's because of the Well, I'm sure the price of beer has went up. So it's most apparent in convenience stores like 7-Eleven, Wawa, Shell, and Exxon. So, and I'm sure many of the others. So yeah. So I guess you don't have to worry about stocking up on beer. No.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But I wonder if that will translate to the fact that there's less DUIs. You have to buy more gas, so you can't buy the beer at the gas station and drink and drive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm sure there'll probably a study on that somewhere. But yeah,
Maybe.
but they're saying that consumer spending was still higher. So I don't know. Beer stocks are dropping if you're interested in buying beer stocks. So there you go. I don't know. And the White House, well, they're scrambling to try and figure out a solution for the gas price relief. And apparently the White House is on board with dropping the gas tax, saying just suspend it, get rid of it, and get rid of any surcharges. But the Republicans in the House and Senate don't like that idea. So they're kind of butting heads on how to do this, because now the average price of gas is $4.50 a gallon nationwide. I'm sure for our listeners in Australia, for a liter, and for our Canadian listeners, it's probably higher too. So, so yeah, the beers are dropping and gas is going up. I see a trend here. Well, instead of having a pizza gauge, we should have a beer gauge. So,
Right.
I pulled this up. We haven't looked at it recently, but the price of gas, $4 and $4 for you. 401 for me, 402, 413 for Tennessee. Our friends in Virginia, 429. Good Lord.
Yeah, go look in California.
425 in West Virginia. Florida, 440. Wow. And in California, $6.15 a gallon. Wow. 523 or 524 in Nevada. Oregon, 535, 575 in Washington. Wow. Chris, as long as my dad is alive, beer stocks are never going to be a bad investment option. So there you go. Hey, what about Steve? Is he wow. So yeah, the average is 450. That's crazy.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. I haven't bought gas recently since I've been back. I'm trying to think, is since the highest I think I'd ever paid was like $2.99. So, what is that in price of liters, Jen? I don't know. I don't know. You have to tell me how much a liter of gas is, or a liter of cola. The FAA is come out with a new rule, and they've asked for $21 million to give to airports and fire departments around the country. Steve would get blitz on a half a beer. The FAA is now putting transponders on all of the emergency vehicles at airports, so that basically they know exactly where. When I say the tower knows exactly where they are, and aircraft coming in know where they are. So now they're not saying that it was any fault of the people that were on the fire truck or the airplane that caused the collision. It was a miscommunication from the tower that caused the disaster. So yeah, it wasn't that the fire department wasn't where they were supposed to be, or the airplane wasn't where it was supposed to be, because they were told by two different people on two different frequencies that they could do what they were doing. So, all right, Brenda, I'll update this. Let's see, 173 exposed, 8 confirmed, 3 dead from the H virus. So
No, not again.
there you go. Yeah, it's coming. And I heard
2 more weeks.
Denise
Week and a
say
half.
something. Well, no, when are midterms? That's when it's going to happen. When are midterms? That's my question. So that's the real question. So yeah, our friends in Australia, you only have 1 suspected. Is that right? No, you do have a couple suspected. All right, so you got 1 confirmed. No, 1 suspected and a couple unknowns. Wow. So it's funny, this is already worldwide. It's already worldwide. It hasn't hit Asia yet. Well, I shouldn't say that. No, I can't say that, because is Asia reporting?
True.
No, yeah, there you go. I pulled up some little graphics on this. This was as of this morning. All these states. It looks like New Hampshire, Maine, Pennsylvania. No, I'm sorry, not Maine. New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, New York. Shoo, New York. Yeah, no, it's not Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's New York. I'm sorry. Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, and then it's going out to the Midwest. So 16 states are reporting potential exposure. So that's as of this morning. How deadly is it? According to a information from, I guess is from the WHO, the most deadly is bird flu, followed by Ebola, and then MERS, and then you have the Hantavirus is tied with smallpox. So this is more contagious and more deadly than the past C1, and it's already mutated. So, Chris, you're correct. If paper money is bad, mail-in ballots are bad. So, well, and then does your mailman Brenda still wear plastic gloves?
No, my mailman wears zigzags because all he does is smoke weed.
No, he's never gonna get anything then. But I've noticed our mailman since anthrax was such a thing. They've not stopped wearing them here in Georgia. They've been wearing gloves the whole time. So,
wow.
Can the world contain it? They're already taking odds on this in Vegas. So, the Andes strain of the hantavirus raises new concerns. So, human to human can spread from human to human. Symptoms can take up to 6 weeks. I've heard 8. Individuals can be contagious before symptoms. And it's got a fatality rate, of 38%.
So Vegas is betting on this?
Yeah, Vegas has already got odds on this. It's just weird. It's like, Jesus Christ, we'll bet on anything. But here's the thing about this one. I don't know if hand sanitizer works on this one, but the deal with this one is we need to, if we're going to be concerned about it, we need to start thinking now about antivirals, antihistamines, NSAIDs, things like that, because those are going to be the things that are important at the beginning of this. But if it doesn't go away quickly, you have to seek medical condition, is why it's so highly fatal. So, Chris says he's as fascinated to see your mailman as you are to see Steve. I sure understand that. This comes out from New York City. The wrong worry, the hantavirus. New York rodents are not the source of the rat problem. The deer mice are the long-tailed pygmy rat. They're not a problem there. It's the New York City Norway rat. So, and they list here that it's got the leptoseptotisis thing, and it's showing that, rats just urinate wherever they want. And well, there's your nice little puppy walking through the rat.
So do the homeless.
then you get the soul virus. That's the other word for it. It's the soul virus instead of the hantavirus, and it's carried by 5% of New York City rats, and it's rarely tested or diagnosed. And so your garbage man, your homeless man, yeah, they're all spreading it around there.
Yeah, they're probably the only ones that are going to survive, just like the other one.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know why they were calling it the Norway rat, but the soul virus. So did Norway and Seoul get together and go, we killed you?
Oh my God.
I'll offend somebody.
Poor mice and rats are going to get the rap for this, aren't they?
Yep. British man was hauled out of an Italian bar because he was meant to be in quarantine for the hantavirus. So this is good news. He's out at the pub. He's out at the pub having an ice cold beverage, and next thing I know, here comes the police locking it down. Men in white suits. Yep, you come with us. So, the pair was told that they were supposed to be in quarantine, but instead they went to a pub. So
did they tell them they were their quarantine spaces? Now the bar.
Yep.
They might as well drink.
No, they went straight. See, this is why it's going to spread, because now think of all the mugs that they touched. So yeah, Chris, why is that lady walking into a lake of rat pee? Agreed. Agreed. I don't know. I don't live in New York City. Maybe maybe Denise can tell us if rat urine is a problem there. Jen says mice and rat have no bladder control. Well,
nope, they do not.
depends on how much I've had to drink. But so yeah. And I found that this is also interesting. This going along with AI, and they're considering adding some type of, I don't know what the right word would be, safeguard maybe, because people are talking to their AI chatbot like they are their doctor and getting medical advice. And so if they're checking to see if they have Hantavirus, and of course, anytime you ask Google if you have something, it comes back and tell you have cancer, your toe's going to fall off, you have 3 days to live. So,
right.
But the problem is people that are thinking that they could possibly have it, which is a serious thing. I'm not making light of that. They're talking to their chatbot, and maybe their chatbot's not giving good information, so they're progressing worse than they should be. You know, they're in that window of survivability. So now the question is, does the government use our AI chats to get medical information from us?
Well, I'm wondering if the AI chat box is giving away natural stuff to be able to heal what you're doing, and now they're going, oh no, we can't have that.
Supposedly it was saying the IV one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't know the answer to that, but well, yeah, I did read it. See, I read all these stupid articles so you guys don't have to. Apparently AI was caught selling pictures of our poo. Did you know that?
Excuse me?
Apparently it's a thing that people will take a picture of their poo and ask AI, is this normal? And then they don't save the photo on their phone. It goes out into the AI cloud, and AI uses it to get more information. And somewhere along the line, we signed away our right to sell pictures of our poo.
What?
Now, I'm just going to be perfectly honest here. I am 50-some years old, and I do not believe I've ever photographed my poo. The firehouse, there may have been some shenanigans, but I'm not.
Oh my God. What? People, stop it.
So AI is selling pictures of your poo. Do not photograph your poo unless you want your chatbot to sell it to. I don't know who would buy pictures of our poo. There's that one guy. So,
I'm convinced if AI is doing that, people don't take a picture and give it to AI of nothing.
Exactly. Well, but here's the other thing. You know, remember our poo. It's not here. Well, it is in Georgia, but not my part of Georgia. The government is testing our poo when it comes into the collection centers. We found that out during the C virus.
What?
So that's a shitty sale.
God.
Yes,
oh my God. That is a shitty job. That's a
you can go to I think it's the CDC website, and you can click on each state to see what they test your poo for. Yeah, that's the thing. They finally had to admit they did it. I'm like, so now are they admitting they're looking at the pictures of your poo? Jesus.
Where are we living? Where are we?
Why would you take? Oh, I don't know. All right, we're going to get on another subject that's much more serious. 363 fallen officers' names are going to be added, or they are added to the National Memorial, and there's a candlelight vigil on Friday night. The names of all the officers who died in the line of duty were engraved and read off during a formal dedication ceremony. Now, I want to be clear on this, that those were not names of all the officers who died last year. Well, it was the names of all the officers who died last year, but it now includes a roll call of heroes, which now they're including 109 federal, state, and tribal officers who died in the line of duty in 2025, and an additional, not only from federal, state, local, tribal, 254 who they are now saying died in previous years that should have been added. So basically what they're doing is they're going back to their records. And like I had a long distant relative that was a Tennessee highway patrolman, and it was like 1920s or something, died in the line of duty. His name would be added now with doing the historical research. So there you go. Chris, gotta ask Steve, does he have little poo? Just asking for a friend. Chris, you brought this up to me. When did the CIA start doing seizures? Do you ever remember that?
What?
Especially in the U.S. Well, they've sparked a little controversy because they didn't go through the Phoebe or any of the others. They just went right into Tulsi Gabbard's office, locked it up, and took what they wanted.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. I don't understand how that's possible, and they haven't gotten in trouble for that.
Well, they're saying that it's got files that were tied to JFK, MK Ultra, which is still going on. They deny that, but it's still going on. So a whistleblower is screaming that this is what they did. So senior operations officers went and seized and took over her office, and took documents.
They need to shut them down.
And so, well,
do whatever they want.
Well, they used to be known as a different name back in the 40s. So, Vance talking about this is how they're going to find fraud. They're going to turn off all the money to the states until the states provide an anti-fraud task force and prove that they prosecute fraud and that they have fraud in their state. So in other words, they're putting the burden of proof back on the states. I don't necessarily disagree with that because you do want the separation of state and federal government. So yeah, why not say, look, we're going to go after it aggressively. We haven't done it before. Well, now if we want money, I guess we're going to have to. So, I don't disagree with that approach. So they're going to be turning it off, and the only way to get it back is have a task force. So, oh, Virginia. Oh, Virginia. So they finally sent this to the Supreme Court. If you follow this yesterday, the Virginia Attorney General, yes, the Republican, the one that threatened to death on his Republican colleague that he was running against, children. He's come up with, and of course they had to go back and fix all the typos before that the Supreme Court would accept it. Well, let me back up. Before it made it to the Supreme Court, he sent it to the wrong one first.
Whoops.
So they had to do spell check on it. But so apparently somewhere in the Virginia Constitution, there is a law, a constitutional law that states that voting is held on one day, once a month, or once only. It's held at a specific time, a specific day. You have to show up at the polling station, prove who you are, cast your vote, and it's all ended that day.
That's the way it's supposed to be, voting on one day.
Well, I'm not arguing against you. But we know now over time we have mail-in ballots, we have early voting, and a lot of people cite that early voting is how Jay Jones was elected. So here's my thing. This is good and it is also bad because his argument going to the Supreme Court goes against what the Democrats want. They want early voting. They want late voting. They want mail-in ballots. But his argument for the Supreme Court is, yes, we violated the law. We need to go back and redo it in one day and redo all of the votes. It's been 150 years it hasn't been done this way. So by him filing this with the Supreme Court may now actually hear it. Which will have serious repercussions. So his argument is he's trying to make it sound like it's a novel new idea, but they've already tore into it and said, no, it's actually a thing. He can do a legal sounding argument that, yes, we voted on this referendum to redistrict, but we didn't go along. You're correct. It was supposed to be all done in one day. And if they go back and enforce the Virginia rule, you have to show up on that day. You have to show identification as to who you are. And you have to cast your vote right then immediately. And it's done in one day. One day, one shot.
Well, look at Florida.
So I don't know. Wait a minute. I don't disagree with this, but the problem is his argument goes against what the Democrats want. And he didn't even realize that.
Yeah, well, whoops. Oops,
So-
there it is.
So Virginia, this now may be heard in front of the Supreme Court with his new argument.
Mm.
Because it's a constitutional argument, and that is what the Constitution does. So we'll wait and see which will have Virginia, which has had profound effects on our elections since Bush Gore. Well, actually post Bush Gore, because Florida had it then, and they fixed their shit. Since then, it's been Virginia that's been the Achilles heel. Well, Virginia is now the Achilles heels to the Democrats because this dumbass is arguing something in front of the highest court in the land that goes against Democrat policy, and they got him elected. It's like, how dumb can this guy be? Oh, the Supreme Court rules that, yeah, you're absolutely right. The Constitution does say you show up November 2nd, or whatever it is, 15th, whatever. You got from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. Bring your ID, cast your vote, go home. We'll let you know by 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, wow. Just wow. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you for electing a dumbass.
Well,
Yes, they
what they're
did. They
They're all
did have
kicking
a
themselves.
check it. So yes, Jen, they
they're all
went back. And
kicking.
the Supreme Court wouldn't take it. Well, first off, it wasn't sent to the right court, but Virginia. So I'm surprised the Democrats aren't telling him to withdraw that, retract it. I don't know if you can now that it's been filed. I don't know the rules on that, but
I don't think
yeah,
you can.
he's put it out there, and if it's in their inbox, it's fair game, I guess.
Well,
I don't
you never
know.
know. Maybe he's playing both sides of the fence and he's did it on purpose.
This guy's not that bright, Brenda. This guy's not that
Well,
bright.
you know, I mean, he could have somebody telling
Yeah,
him that's right.
He's not that bright. No. He doesn't even have friends. He's not that bright.
He
So.
doesn't even have friends. Oh my God.
So there's a new thing built into the new DHS funding grant. They're giving agents, and they're saying it's just for ICE, smart glasses. Now, they're using that this will avoid encounters where they don't run into people and mistakenly get their identity, or that they don't cause a scene by taking out the incorrect people. Their argument is using smart glasses with biometrics and, of course, AI. This will help them get the correct bad guys.
Okay.
That's the good argument. That's the
Yeah.
good argument. The bad argument is, where does that data go? Are you going to be the only police agency to have it? And what are the rules on AI and law enforcement? Hmm.
Well then.
And the Democrats are pushing back on this. And I kind of say I might be with them a little bit as they're wanting to give this to Homeland. Because we know Homeland is a huge monster.
Yeah.
And DHS, we're just going to give it to the ICE agents, but it's going to be worded, we're going to give it to Homeland. Well, that includes the FBI, the Coast Guard.
Oh God. They don't all need it.
Huh. That's kind of a scary thought. And I'm going to say I might stand with the Democrats on this because it's probably a grave threat to privacy. And I'm really annoyed that the Republicans are still standing on this Homeland thing we started in 2001. I don't disagree with Homeland. I'm not saying that. I'm not disagreeing that we should protect our country. But how are we protecting our country by basically we've got cameras on every street light. Now we're going to give law enforcement glasses. I see the plus sides of this. Don't get me wrong. As a public safety, I see the plus side. But I also see, because I've been in some of those data centers for law enforcement, how they can take and track a gray Dodge pickup basically from town to town and show you where it was with timestamps in high quality imaging, track it, even in real time. And that doesn't scare me as so much as because I think that's good. That's why I don't understand how some things disappear. But the problem I saw with it, and I presented, didn't get the job, by the way, to the agency, was when they showed me the video during what was going to be my pre-training, they pick a red Dodge pickup in a random town and you track it through town. Cool, great, helps you get the bad guy. 100% for it. They showed me the video. It was in a high traffic area in a major metropolitan city, and there was no pedestrians on the sidewalks. There was no other vehicles on the roadway except for that red Dodge pickup. And my question was during the panel interview, where's the people? Where are the other cars? And they're like, oh, well, it takes it out so you have the best image. And my question that probably resulted in me not being employed with them was, well, if you can take them out, could you add them back in? And they just kind of looked at me and like, well, I guess somebody above us would have to do it. You just said a key word there. So yeah, thank you for not employing me. So yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it. I guess my security clearance is gone. I can talk about it. So I see this being abused in the same way. Yes, it's good that an officer can be at the 7-Eleven getting a coffee and he just looks over at the beer aisle. Well, probably not the beer aisle now because it's so expensive. So we'll go to the candy aisle and he sees there's 3 guys there that are wanted fugitives. That's really cool. And he can go outside the store and he can call for backup and they can get them all without incident. I see the perks of it. I really do. But I also see once you give a little bit in the name of safety, you lose a lot. So
True.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we're going to run out of time. The White House is using a loophole in the federal law to skip the rules and start the vanity arch that Trump wants. Even though the lawsuits are still going ahead, there's construction equipment on the ground already starting the progress. So yeah, there you go. So they're building a golf course and an arch. On his 80th birthday, Trump is planning on possibly writing pardons for 250 people. So we'll see what happens there. Both Democrats and Republicans are against it. Second lawmaker has mysteriously disappeared. Representative Frederica Wilson, Democrat from Florida, hasn't voted since the 17th. Her social media file is up to date, but no one, including her team, seems to know where they are. There's also an 83-year-old Democrat that doesn't appear to be in any meetings or having voted anywhere and has been elected from Miami since 2013. And reporters are starting to ask, where are these people? If you remember, in 2024, this is your state, Kay Granger had been missing for months, and the media discovered her with dementia being already in an assisted living.
Oh, nobody told anybody?
Yeah. Floyd's not here today. So 2 suspects were caught in footage beating a 77-year-old man. I'm going to just hit this real quick. And the mayor of Seattle says she wants all the cameras turned off because they are a threat to immigrants. See, there you go.
What?
There you go. It's a threat to immigrants. They're going to turn the cameras off.
Okay.
2026. No, I don't. I'll fix it next time. The 2026, this was trending. NFL football schedule is supposed to be out today, but there's been plenty of leaks. So go over and check it out. They've already leaked out who the, I think it's the Thanksgiving game days are. So they've leaked out some of it, but the whole thing's supposed to be revealed today. I don't know why they just don't give it up. The 250th anniversary stamps. Well, they're announcing what they are. You can go over and check them out. Newsweek has them, and you can also go to the Postal Service. Some of them are kind of cool. Some of them are kind of stupid, but hey, look at that. American icon, Big Mac. It's on your stamps. There you go. I don't know why that is, but there you go. New York City gang shootout. A group of individuals. They all seem to be the same. Well, never mind. But whether it's Chicago or New York, apparently they just opened up on a street and started shooting people, and an innocent child got shot. There's a new AI Wikipedia. If you want to go check it out, it's they put the hallucinations of AI. It's called the Hallucipedia.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Morristown woman, Tennessee. I only cover this because she was a drug queen pin. Is for just distribution of fentanyl. And
Oh.
the state of Tennessee, who, by the way, has got some elections coming up where there's a candidate that is pro getting drugs out of everywhere. State of Tennessee is the only state since 2024 to show continual increasing numbers of overdoses, while all the other states have decreased. Check your Instagram because there's a new feature on it that is automatically turned on. It's called Instagram Instance. If you accidentally push the shutter button on your camera, it automatically takes an AI photo of you and sends it to everyone on your friends list. So go make sure to turn that off. Britney Spears she's been released from her latest rehab stint, but she was seen of all places, a tavern where she was barking like a dog and carrying a knife. Yep, there you go. So Britney Spears is back at it again. So there you go. That's all that for today. Some other things we cover real quick. The president's still, you can go see his schedule. He's going to be overseas and he will not depart until Friday evening sometime. So there you go. There's Brenda. I don't know where you went. We weren't anything. Yeah. We're still at DEF CON 3. Let's see. Is there anything else in here? I don't know. Nothing. Earthquake live. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Is there any storm? No, power outages. Texas and California are the highest right now. Don't know why that is. Is it because of storms? Do I have that up here somewhere?
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought I did. Maybe I don't. All right. No, I don't. All right. So there you go. Is there anything else to go over? Oh, there's the storms. Yes. It's going to be mainly stormy in the upper Midwest up in, and then down towards you. So there you go, Brenda.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So no current watches of mornings for the East Coast. Australia, you do have some, so check your weather. This always freaks me out. Sydney, you're currently at 14, Melbourne 11, Brisbane 15, Perth 9, Adelaide 20, Hobart 8, Canberra 9, and Darwin 25. So there you go. Anything else, Brenda? We'll be back tomorrow unless Brenda quits me, and we won't be back.
I'm not quitting you. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no.
It is my life mission to be a pain in your ass for the rest of our lives.
Denise, I need your help eliminating someone. Denise, we love you too. Yeah. So now everybody, and the video, did I put that video out on a YouTube short of where Mrs. Sportcat and I are caught in a store with a guy with AI glasses and he's trying to do a YouTube thing? I think I put that out.
God.
Your power outage is due to your mailman, Brenda. He's delivered to the wrong address. We love you too, Denise. We love all of you. We love all of our listeners, Australia, WRFN, everybody. We do love you, WRFN, but WZQR, we love you guys. So we appreciate you. I really need your help. I need you to show that we're not just talking to ourselves. I enjoy the live chat, but I would love to see some more interaction in the chat, some more subscriptions, and maybe one day I'll beg you guys for some money. So I'm not going to do it just
God.
now. Please send money.
I'm going to try to keep him under control.
Instead of buying a coffee, I think I'll buy a Mountain Dew. So of course, Mountain Dew is expensive. So
stop drinking soda. It's bad for you.
Listen, it's my only vice. So
You know what?
everybody have a great day. We will be back tomorrow. Is the Friday show. God knows what the news drop will be with Trump over there, and he's worried about breathing in something, and now we're learning that, well, it could just be from him picking up his Mountain Dew glass or his Coca-Cola glass. So Jesus Christ, something's gonna kill you. So everybody have a great day. The world's not gonna end. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Bye, everyone.